Hi everybody, this is Volty using a different opening because my girlfriend insists that I use a different opening, so I'm not saying everybody, hi, this is Volty and welcome to another Starcraft 2 commentary. In any case, I welcome you. And here you go, you see me not playing Protoss for once. I have taken to actually playing random recently, and this is a match in which I'm going to play as Terran, and it is on Kulas Ravine. I'm in the lower right hand position. My opponent, by the name of Retal, is playing Protoss, so we do have another Terran versus Protoss match here. I know, Zerg fans, you want to see more Zerg play, but I played Starcraft all day yesterday, not all day. I played Starcraft for a couple hours yesterday, and I played a bunch of one-on-ones, and every single game was Terrans and Protoss only. Most of them TVPs, but a couple mirror matches. And I did not see even a single Zerg at all yesterday, period, end of story. So I'm as disappointed as you are to not see Zerg play, but well, this has been my experience. So, and I don't think it's because Zerg are underpowered either, actually, right now. I think Zerg are actually pretty strong. So I think it's just the bad dice. In any case, my opponent, Retal, is sending out a probe scout to the upper right, which is not where I'm at. I'm going to try to wall in my front door, placing this first barracks, I believe, incorrectly. We're going to see. Well, okay, first of all, I have this SCV who has to sit around idly while I mine sufficient minerals, so that's a mistake on my part. Here comes the barracks, though, and this barracks is completely in the wrong location because I've got a gap running through it here, and I've also, I believe the gap here is too wide. I'm not sure. This is just a really badly constructed front door. I'm going to end up repositioning this barracks at some point, but yeah, this was poorly placed. In any case, here comes Retal's probe scout, as I'm sending out an SCV scout of my own. He's basically going to see that I did go for an early gas here. I had the gas before my barracks. This is because I am in fact planning to Reaper rush him. And an early gas is very helpful for that because you do want to be able to put down the tech lab as soon as you get your barracks up. And those Reapers are 50 crystal, 50 gas. So yeah, hence the early gas on my part. His probe scout is going to see all of that, so if he's smart, he's going to realize it. And now I run into a sticky situation here. So what actually happens is his probe is just harassing my SCV, and I lift off my barracks to reposition it to fix my front door, as I mentioned. But as this happens, his probe is like sitting right on top of where I want to put the barracks down, so I can't land it. And you can see me here trying to like figure out how to land this barracks with the probe in the way. So I have to basically I have to run off the first SCV, first of all, because his probe got enough early hits in that I wasn't able to beat it with the first SCV that was out there. And now on top of that, I had to wait all this time to land the barracks to plant the tech lab. So, geez, I mean, so much for early Reaper rushing. I pretty much totally botched that front door, and I don't know if his probe placement was intentional there or not, but I mean, that did cost me precious seconds. While this is occurring, my opponent is getting out a second gateway and a cybernetics core. He has a decent little front door of his own here. It's very important to stress that even as Protoss, front doors are important, and he's getting a nice little choke point here, helping to reinforce that with his forward gateway and pylon. It's something that I haven't done as much of as Protoss. It kind of depends on the map, but this is a map where you do already have a really tight choke, and I think that it can be helpful to do that, especially if you're worried about things like, Hellion harassment or other units running by. In any case, my tech lab is up. I am getting my first Reaper. I also put down a factory here, which cost me a lot of gas, and I realized, you know what, I don't have enough gas for all of this. So I cancel the factory so I can get another tech lab, I believe, and so that I can research, that's right, nitro packs so my Reapers move faster. That's what I decided. At first I was like, oh hey, I'm going to get Reapers, and then I have all this gas left over, and then I was like, oh no, I have to also research nitro boosts, or nitro packs. I don't have to research it, but it does make the Reapers a lot more effective. They can outrun quite a lot of stuff at that point, really improving their ability to harass. So I decided, I can't afford the factory right now. I'm gonna just focus on this Reaper tech. So I've got Reapers coming out. I've got the nitro packs researching. I'm putting down a command center as well to take advantage of this protected expansion here. You've got the destructible rocks below it and above, so it's sort of an island expansion at the start of the game until the destructible rocks are removed. Given how close that is, I decided to put down a command center and grab that up quick. So I've got 4 Reapers out now, pick them up, sending them off across the map. Nitro packs is almost done. In fact, you could almost even call this early, since they're going to complete so much longer than my Reapers get to the opponent's base. That said, they will get there faster with the nitro packs, which are now on. And so there go the Reapers. Reapers on this map as well. I mean, Reaper rushing with Terran is really good in general, but this is such a great map for them. There's all these ledges. There's these Xel'Naga watchtowers, which you can only get to in the early game if you have a unit that can climb ledges, because they're otherwise protected by destructible rocks. So I really like that. I'm able to use the Reapers here. But now, that said, my opponent has gotten an early observer and has probably just seen the Reapers coming out there. Though if he has, he's not given me any indication of that. He does have an early force of Zealots and Sentinels there, which he's moving out. Reapers are kind of taking their time to get across the map here, I admit. I sort of decided I wanted to approach him from the south position here, so I could just kind of hop this ledge and get right into his probes. Kind of also stopping at every watchtower on the way to just check for stuff. So here the Reapers go, getting into those probes. 3 Reapers, I believe, will one-shot a probe. So 4 Reapers is a little bit of an insurance, and I've just one-shot a bunch of probes. Did not count, but that was quite a few. Also forced him to pull all of his workers off mining, and there the Reapers run out of the base without any casualties taken at all. Now the Reapers are here. I kind of playing around here with the Zealots. Reapers are also very effective against Zealots, especially when they're upgraded. They can outrun those Zealots easily, as you will see me do here. You can basically run and shoot very easily and get some kills. That said, the Sentinels here are going to prove critical. They're going to block my Reapers in to the back of the map here. The Zealots will surround them, and almost all of the Reapers are going to go down. So that was just a fantastic use of the Sentinels there. I should tell you the name of the ability. It is Force Field. So those 2 force fields that my opponent placed to block were just fantastic. And now my opponent is also fast-teched here. So we're seeing Retal with an early Colossus to complement his ground army of Zealots, backed up by 2 Sentinels. And with this, he's going to push me. He also has an Observer happily sitting right on top of my base, which is able to see everything I've got. And you can definitely see the fact that my only defenses at this point are pretty much just a few Marines. I have managed to expand, but while I was harassing, I have not managed to accomplish too much else. And my mostly Marine and Marauder army here is about to have to face a group of Zealots backed by a Colossus. And Colossi really tear the stuff out of Marines, as we are about to see. So they are going to push on my front door, targeting a supply depot first to allow the Zealots to run in. Wow, was that a Marine getting one-shot by a lance? I think that was. That's incredible. So, so 2 supply depots going to go down here, targeting the barracks. I realize that I have nothing against this Colossus right now, so I'm just trying to get more units of any kind, really. I've also got Hellions here, which I perceive as the counter to the Zealots I'm mainly facing. But here goes the combat. I'm going to slow this down to slow, just to show you how much damage. So that one Colossus attack, I think, just killed 4 Marines in the front line. The second attack kills 3 more Marines. The third attack kills a Marine and damages a Marauder. And with that, almost all of my forces are destroyed. And it was pretty much just a single Colossus heading in there. And so I'm going to bring the game speed back up to faster now. Or in fact, I'll replay that so you can see just the incredible speed of the carnage that's going on here. So here I am at normal game speed running in, and watch the Marines here just evaporate to that Colossus fire. So a really hard counter to Marines there. I can't even take it out. Marauders are kind of a counter to Colossi in that they do the right type of damage, but the Colossi are still pretty good against them. And now I'm just trying to kite these Zealots around with the couple Marauders I have left, but my opponent really has what I would consider to be overwhelming force on my front door at this point. And I've got a Hellion out, trying to get some of that splash damage in effect there. My opponent attempting to use the Force Shield to trap my Marauders in, but not quite getting the placement correct. In any case, though, I've not managed to kite successfully. My armies are completely destroyed. My opponent again using Force Field to trap in my SCVs here, which I'm not even bothering to run away, but otherwise another nice use of Force Field. So I really have to congratulate my opponent here on a game well played. And at this point, I've pretty much GG'd it. I have verbally GG'd to him. I'm now basically just asking him what he thinks I should do to counter Colossi like this, and it's not build siege tanks, I don't think, given how quickly that Colossus shot can damage that siege tank. And yeah. So certainly a very strong counter to standard Marine and Marauder play, especially when supported by good Zealots and Sentinels. And that is pretty much GG. So I hope you enjoyed this game, and Volty's signing out.